We signed this 20-year-old Scottish international wonder kid who has 16 dribbling, 15 shooting, 16 first touch, 18 passing, 16 technique, 16 vision. He's incredible is basically what I'm trying to say. And we paid £45 million for him. And it could eventually rise to 71. How we got that kind of money? Well, we started with £28 million worth of transfer budget. But, you know, that doesn't quite accumulate. I'll go over it. Greg Grant, remember the name, after our disappointing season last year, apart from the Champions League. We, by the way, have I mentioned that we reached the quarterfinals after beating Manchester City in the round of 16? Spoiler alert if you didn't watch the last episode. I completely spoiled that and just lost many views that I could have gotten. Oh well. Greg Grant has come into the football club and he looks incredible. I have no idea why they're saying 3-star current ability. He is insane. Look at his stats. Greg Grant. Remember the name, boys and girls. And remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like this video as well. I think I've done it the wrong way around for the animation, but that's okay. Can we please smash 10 likes on today's video to celebrate making the signing? And of course, it is the start of a new season. We are going to be going over the signings that we've made, the sales that we have made, and the first wee bit of the season so far. I mean, I will show you that in a second, but I just want to first identify that we are, I thought we were predicted to finish second. Well, that's embarrassing. Let's go over the transfers then. No more comments about that. Yeah, transfers. Let's focus on that. So, last season, at the end of the year, we did manage to get rid of Grant. Not that Grant, the other Grant, the Carlin Grant, because he was at the club for 2 seasons. He did okay. He did pretty well his first season, actually, but didn't really get many appearances last year. So £1.8 million is all we could get for him. I do think he probably could have been sold for more in the January transfer window the season before. But hey, it is what it is. We take the money and we run with it. Did we make any signings at the end of last season? We, of course, brought in Turnbull on the free contract, as I told you guys about. Looking like a very good player. I think he's going to be making some more appearances this year because he's actually in our club. You know what I mean? Like, when they're on loan, you feel like, I don't really want to play them because they're taking game time away from my actual players. But now he's actually our player. And his stats are still really good. I think he's going to make some more appearances this year. That is the plan. By the way, this is all still, like, I've done all of the save that I'm recording in the past. If you missed last episode, I've been away on a trip. So I simulated massive amounts of Football Manager just because I wanted to, because I'm addicted to the save. So you can see here, I've literally just saved along the way. And I'm just going to click through them and update you on what happened this season by pretending that I haven't done that, and trying not to spoil anything along the way. But the second signing that we made, George McQueen, comes in for just £4.3 million. Could eventually rise to 4.8. But he is a young Scottish centre-back. Scottish players are really important at this current moment in time because we need them for the qualification, the registration, requirements in European football. And currently, we're getting European football every single year. I don't think that's going to change. So this man comes in with a great potential, a great current ability, and we take him away from a rival, St Johnstone. I'm very happy about that. Good fee as well. Decent player for sure. But going into this year, we've just made more deals. Sweeney has left the club, if you remember. We brought him in on a free transfer from Celtic a couple seasons ago. Sold him for 400k. Pretty happy with that kind of profit on that man. Ferguson, £2 million has left the club for. Been a great servant. First season he was incredible, but then we kind of just improved quickly. And yeah, he's phased out of the team, but happy to get a lot of money from him. Dunn, the youngster with still good potential, has gone out on loan to Partick Thistle, who are in our league, by the way. And apparently is going to be a regular starter for them, so that would be great. We have sold the Georgian man that has a name that I cannot pronounce. £15 million for him. After 14 appearances, coming in halfway through last season. 15 mil. Cannot complain about that at all. Noah Cooper, a man that has made a lot of appearances for us just because every single season McKenna has been getting injured. So you can see here, he made 9 appearances one year, 3 appearances another year, and 23. No, that's not. But that's not our season. But you know what I'm saying. He made some appearances because there were some injuries to McKenna, so we finally sold him 20k off the bills right there. I loaned out 2 youngsters here. The goalkeeper that we signed last season with okay potential. He's going to be starting for Livingston. And Luis Fernando, the player that I bought for way too much money. And now I'm just trying to loan out until his value goes up so that we can sell him. Fingers crossed that does happen. Jordan James, the man that we brought in and thought was going to be better last season on a free transfer and loaned out immediately. Has gone for 500k. Have to get a fee for him. McIntosh, another youngster, gone out on loan. Decent potential. Willocks, I really did think was going to turn into an absolutely world-class player. I think this is his last chance to really boost his potential and ability, going out on loan to Charleston. Next up, we sold Cabal. Cabal has just been kind of phasing out of the team for a while here. You know, like we bought in Costa, we bought in McKenna now. Omabama, he's just not starting anymore. So I'm very happy to get that kind of transfer fee for him. £8.5 million. Could have gotten more a couple of seasons ago, but I mean, he wasn't being phased out of the team a couple of seasons ago, was he? Charlie Patino kicked up a fuss. Wasn't getting a lot of game time, so happy to get £3.5 million for him as well. Selling him to Burnley. Cannot believe we got this transfer fee for David Mellor. I mean, he's been okay. He's been alright. He scored a couple of goals. But his potential was coming down, and it was like 3.5-star potential ability and 2.5-star current ability. So £20 million for him is just mind-blowing. He's doing well to start off with Norwich. I cannot believe we got that fee for him. So thrilled to get that kind of money in. And again, another huge transfer fee. Now our biggest transfer fee received is Tom leaving the club. And it's after what I would consider a pretty disappointing year for him. 3 goals, 5 assists, 6.93 average rating. It's not bad. It's about the same as last season, but I'm just not seeing huge progress, and I think that his potential ended up sitting around that 4-star current ability, potential ability and 3-star current ability. I just don't know if he's going to get that much better, so cashing in on him with £32 million. He did also want to leave, so that is a huge factor too. I'm happy to take that, and I'm happy to reinvest it on some seriously decent players like Greg Grant. Did I mention Greg Grant? Yeah, he is an incredible player. 30... I don't know where the 30's coming from. £45 million, 71 is a lot. But mate, his stats are incredible. Look at them. He has not played a lot of football, but for the Scottish national team, 25 appearances, 16 goals. He's a starting striker for us. For them, sorry. I think he's going to play cam for us, by the way, because we still have Suarez in that striker role, and I don't feel the need to replace him. But I like the versatility too. Greg Grant, what a signing. Andy Irvine also joins the club on a free transfer. Another player that I think, if I'm being honest, probably going to sign on a free, sell for like 5 mil next season, but a great rotation option for now if we do get injuries. Who knows, could break into the team, but that's kind of the plan with him. Next up, and this is just about as good of a signing as Greg Grant, it's Sildilia. Mate, I can't believe we got him in. £17.5 million, could eventually rise to £25 million. In real life, he plays his football for Freiburg, went to Borussia Dortmund, then went to Bournemouth. Now we've signed him, and he is a great player. He is considered a star. Oh, he was considered a star Cinch Premier League player, but he's now considered a leading Cinch Premier League player. But I'm going to play him as our right back. I don't think that Norton Cuffy is quite it anymore, and we've got better options at centre back like Omabami, and of course we've still got Bright and Costa coming through the ranks, McQueen coming through the ranks. Was that his name? McQueen? I'm pretty sure it was McQueen. Yeah, McQueen coming through the ranks. So he absolutely sorts out that right back spot. And the real issue for me this season has been the fact that like we've gotten to a point where I feel like you can't really get players that improve our team for like 10 mil anymore. You know, like if you look at the previous seasons, obviously we're only spending like £20 million, £0 there, you know, 135. Like we can't do that anymore. We need to actually splash cash, and we need to do that by selling off some players. And right now, I think Greg Grant and Sildilia are 2 quality signings, but kind of the only 2 I could really find at this point this season. It's a tough year for us, but we have made 2 more signings to try and shore up the squad a little bit more too. Again, this is a free transfer, central midfielder, probably going to sell him eventually, but good cover for now. Comes in from Laurent in the League 1, so got plenty of first-team experience at a high division, but not quite a starter at this current point in time. The Thomas, you're probably looking at him and thinking, what on earth are you doing, Raxo? Well, we've got a big injury to Leicester, who's out for 4 weeks, and Suarez, who's out for 2 months. So, yeah, we just needed another cover player, and Thomas is exactly that. Barisevic, by the way, has started playing incredibly well. His stats have no right to suggest he's playing well, but off the bench he's gone 3 goals and an average rating of 7.63. I don't know why, I don't know how, but he is good. And I think he's going to be making a lot more appearances this season for sure. But it's a first team that's looking pretty strong regardless. We've got Freeland in there up top at this current moment in time. McKinstry, Grant, Soriano, Bernardo, Owen, Sildilia. Then we've got Omabama, Dele, Costa. It should really be Mibby, but again, I think he's just coming back from an injury right now. Bruce McKenna. If I had a team fully fit, we'd play Suarez up top. Probably play McKinstry on the right-hand side based upon the way he started the season. Soriano's started the season horrifically. No goal contributions. Oh, no, actually 2 assists, sorry. But still, terrible average rating. McKinstry starting the season with 1 goal, 2 assists. Like, I think McKinstry might still have it, boys and girls. Unfortunately for O'Reilly, he's been dropped to the bench. And you might notice something about O'Reilly. I'm an idiot. He was earning about 30k. And I forgot that he had a match highest earner clause. So now he's earning 78k. Does he deserve 78k? Absolutely not. But I had to match Sildilia's wage. So, stupid decision from me. And I think I might sell him because I just don't think we can afford to pay that much for him. But I don't know who would want to sign him because he is earning £78,000 per week. So, yeah, that's the situation here. But I think the team is still looking very good, and the start of the season has gone reasonably well. 5 games, 3rd place, 10 points. 1 draw, 1 loss in there, but the loss was to Rangers, 1-0 away from home, and the draw was to Hearts. Actually, that was quite annoying, to be honest. I do remember that game. Very frustrating start to the season, but ended up with some wins at home and away from home to get us back to the right position. But still, this Rangers and the Celtic sides, I really don't think we're far away from them, but we cannot beat them in games. It is seriously challenging at this current point in time, so we're just going to have to see how it goes. We are, of course, in the Europa League, so that's going to be a huge part of our season this year. We have drawn some pretty decent teams, I would say. Eintracht Frankfurt, Monaco, Kiev, Dynamo Kiev, Ghent, Lens, or Lens, I can't actually remember how to pronounce it, apologies, and Lazio, who we know we can beat, of course. So, it is tough, but I do feel like this is more our level than the Champions League, despite the fact that we beat Manchester City and went to the quarterfinals last season. I feel like there's almost every single team here I think we could beat on our day. Maybe not Liverpool, maybe not Benfica, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, but I feel like we could, on our day, beat any of these teams. So Europa League is a huge target for this year, as well as, of course, winning or getting Champions League football. Champions League football is huge. I've realised the finances that you get from Champions League football is insane. That is why we got £28 million last season. If you look at income, so if you look at it for last season and you sort it, players sold, yes, we have some, but the prize money is where we're getting all the money from, and £49 million of our £51 million worth of prize money is from the Champions League. This season, so far, from the Europa League, we've only gotten £3 million. I mean, I know it's early doors, but I just don't think it's the same money in the as in the Champions League. There's an insane amount of money, and that is a really small starting amount of. I don't know. I just think the budget is going to be going down next year, and we have to get Champions League football again. To be fair, the board are pretty chill. They do just want us to get Europa League football, which is nice. It takes the pressure off me. But Champions League is where we need to be if we want to get money, if we want to get transfer fees, if we want to get better players, if we want to improve this football club. Champions League is where we need to be. And with this team, I think we absolutely can do it. And with Greg Grant, I think we can do just about anything. At the end of the January transfer window, we are 3rd. And again, it's just a situation of we're good, but we're not as good as Celtic and Rangers. And on paper, I really do think we are. But oh my goodness, they are just too good for us at this current moment of time. But of course, we have made some signings. We have made some sales. We're going to go over that in a second. Because of course, we simulate through the entire season in these episodes, boys and girls. You know how this works at this point in time. But you will be looking at the profile and you will see something that I did not think was going to happen either. But David Turnbull is the best player. There is a reason he has been winning the best player in the league in his milestones awards in previous years. He is incredible. He has won top goal scorer twice, and I didn't think to play him last year. I don't know what I was thinking when I didn't play him last year, but 25 appearances, 14 goals, 9 assists, 3 player of the match performances, and a 7.47 rating. He's insane. He's absolutely insane. You'll see for a long period of time we have a Suarez injury. Mate, he is so injury prone. So he ended up playing... Oh, that's actually when Suarez is in the team. Where is Suarez not in the team? He's in the team there. I swear there was a big period of time where Suarez was injured. He's in the team there. When was he injured? Was it earlier in the year? Maybe it was earlier in the year. Let's give that a try. Where we played Greg Grant as the striker because we also got an injury to our man Freeman, and Turnbull was the cam, and Turnbull was just tearing it up. But eventually we did get Suarez back, which kind of meant I couldn't really justify playing Grant as a striker. So Turnbull's come down to this deep line playmaker role, which has meant even Paulo Bernardo has come out of the team completely. And mate, he is looking like he might be on the chopping block at some point soon. But I'm spoiling transfers, boys and girls. I'm spoiling transfers. We've gone over the league, but we need to talk about the signings and sales we have done in the transfer window. We, of course, have no budget left. Well, actually, we have some budget left. £7 million. There's actually... Well, I don't know why I'm saying that's no budget. That's a really good signing right there. But anyway, we have made some signings. We have made some sales. Let's go over it. Stop just saying that you've made them and talk about them, Rack. So we loaned out a young Colombian dude who played really well for a Colombian side last year, so he's gone out to a Spanish side on loan for the rest of the season. Still really good potential, still really good value, very good signing from me there. Andy Irvine, I was bang on the money. Sold him for £6.75 million. He kicked up a fuss and didn't play a single game for us this season, so my prediction was bang on the money, as I just said. Matt O'Reilly, £20 million he is left for, and he is even getting paid more than the £78,000 that we were paying him. I really thought it would be a challenge to sell him, but teams were interested without me even offering him out. There was Fulham, I think there was Everton at one point, and I'm sure there was like some Serie A or League Earn side sniffing around for him too. But £20 million is a great fee, and I think that is just money in our back pocket. He wasn't starting anyway. Turnbull's been playing incredibly. He doesn't play as the defensive player very well. Of course, Owen takes that spot. So, Matt O'Reilly, £20 million and wages off the bills, cannot complain. Ronnie Edwards also kicked up a fuss and unfortunately has left the club. Was a good rotation option, but was never really going to be a starter. So, happy to get £1.8 million. Again, another wee turn of profit from us at Queen's Park. And last but not least, Ian Hope. He's a youngster. Gone out on loan, hoping that his potential increases, because right now he is not quite it. But signings, that's what you want to know about. And the first of which, I don't know how we managed it. Levi Colwill has joined the club. Colwill from Chelsea. You know, the player that's starting at this current moment in time for Chelsea. I don't know why he's joined our club. Clearly, we have some pulling power now. £28 million. He was on the transfer list at the very start of the season. I considered making an offer, but at that point in time, that would have been all of our budget. So, of course, when we had some money left over at the end of the transfer window, I thought, well, I'm going to also sell some players. I knew I was probably going to sell O'Reilly. I knew I was definitely going to sell Irvine and Edwards. So you can see this man comes in on the 1st of the 1st because I think I finalised it in December. He went back on the transfer list and I was like, I'm not wasting time here. I'm signing him. He is great. He is incredible. His stats are great. He's left-footed centre-back, 25 years of age. Our centre-back position is now stacked, and 70k per week, I think, is an absolute bargain. Levi Colwill, welcome to the team. Next up is Lee Farrell. Again, we're taking young Scottish players off our rivals, and it is working a treat at this current point in time. 3 appearances, 2 assists, 7.2 average rating. Has played in the Europa League, gotten 2 assists and 2 goals and 1 assist, and that was on his debut. What an incredible debut. 5-star potential, 3-star current ability, 17 first half, 17 passing, 16 technique, 17 vision. I think as that deep line playmaker on support that Turnbull has currently, this is the perfect player for the future because Turnbull is getting on and he's not going to be around for much longer. Lee Farrell, what a pickup, what a bargain, what a signing. Next up, born a youngster called Eli. Comes in from Brazil. Might be Ali. I apologise if I am pronouncing it wrong. I mean, he's not a real person, but, you know, still other people have that name, so want to kind of pronounce it half right at least. He looks more like a CDM than a cam. because his finishing and dribbling's terrible, and his tackling and like, you know, not marking, technique and stuff like that, it's okay. So I think maybe a CDM or CM, but he looks decent. We're going to try and loan him out, get him some minutes at different clubs. But currently, decent potential. I don't mind it. It's not the worst signing I've ever made. And last but not least, Hayden Sears joins the club. Another player with 5-star potential. Another English player that we are taking and just kind of making bank on, I think, in the future. Like £16 million from Wolves. He was okay for them in the Championship, making off-the-bench appearances. And again, he's going to make off-the-bench appearances for us. But the model citizen is a huge part of this. He's going to be trained as a right winger for us, as an inverted winger. I think that would be, sorry, an inside forward. I think that'd be an ideal position for him. If I could get him to be better at crossing, that's why I've got it on his cards. I think he'd be a really good right winger because he is quite small, not quite a striker. And of course, we don't need a cam with Grant. A right winger for the future, I think Hayden Sears is a great pickup. And just for £16 million, cannot complain. So our team is now looking a little something like this, and this is basically our best 11 here. McKinstry does rotate a lot with Soriano. It is kind of like one game on, one game off. As you can see, 9 starts there for Soriano. I think there is more for McKinstry. 22 starts actually, so arguably McKinstry is starting a lot more. He's doing well still. 11 assists, 3 goals. He's a good player despite the fact that he has gone down to 2.5-star current ability. Don't care. It's McKinstry. He's been here for years. He's good. He plays games and he plays them well. So we've still got Suarez up top, Freeland, Grant, McKinstry, Turnbull in there, and of course Owen, who is going down in value, but his potential's still around there. So I'm hoping that he's going to continue developing. I don't know. He's okay, but I think his finishing has even gone down. I swear it was 10 when we signed him. So he's making me nervous. But he's starting for now. He's not playing insanely well in terms of average rating. But I never find a ball-winning midfielder that does. And I find when I try a different tactic, it doesn't work quite as well. So he stays in the team for now. So Dilly is playing great for us. 7.06 average rating. Omobama Dilly is incredible too. Colwell 7.47 average rating. Bruce is still locking down that left-back spot. And I love what he brings to the table. He's always wanted by clubs, but we're never going to sell him. He is our club captain. If we talk about dynamics, actually, it is McKinstry, Bruce, and McKenna. Actually, McKinstry is a club captain. So it's those 3 OGs, and Bannon's still down, and the influential players that are hanging around, that are really leading us to glory at this current moment in time. Still playing a lot of games and still doing incredibly well. But it's also a stacked bench here. Thompson, normally on the bench, had to recall this man from loan because at one point, actually, we had McKenna and Thompson out with injury, so he had to play 2 games for the first team during the January transfer window. Craig Thompson has gotten a lot of game time this season, though. 5 games in the league, 2 goals in the Europa League, and 3 appearances in the VA Play Cup once I wanted to bring him on off the bench, so I just did. And yeah, like positive stuff going on there. It is a good team. It's just not performing in the league. But in the Europa League, we are tearing it up. Boys and girls, we have finished 2nd place. And I've completely forgot to mention it. We didn't lose a single game. We drew against Eintracht Frankfurt and Lens. And then we beat every other team. 9-0 win against Derry. 3-1 win against Lazio. Look at those results. We are a good football team. And we are looking like a favourite to go on to go quite far in this Europa League run. Liverpool, I'd say, is a big threat. Freiburg, a big threat. Real Sociedad, a big threat. But we're a good football team. And I kind of back us to do well in this competition. In other news as well, the Via Play Cup, we went to the final and we lost. So just thought that was worth a mention. Last season, I think I completely forgot to mention any cup competitions at all. But we got knocked out of the Scottish Cup early on. And the VA Play. And that was a great voice crack, wasn't there? VA Play Cup, we got knocked out in the quarterfinals, if you're interested in that. But this one, you know, 5th round of the Scottish Cup, so we're in the quarterfinals. So, I mean, we could get a bit of a run going on there. But we care more about this Europa League run. Because actually, as things stand, it's the only way we're getting Champions League football. And as I talked about earlier, we really need that Champions League football if we want the budget, we want to improve, and we just want to gain traction to sign better players. Champions League is crucial. So we are hoping to do exactly that through the Europa League, but we're continuing to chip away at the league. We go on good runs here and there, but just continue losing stupid games to teams like Hearts, drawing to Celtic, drawing to St Mirren. I don't know what it is about the league, but we're struggling with this Europa League season. It's looking good at this current moment in time. We are not sure who we're versing in the round of 16, but of course, I will simulate until the end of the season. We will find out exactly how well we have done in the Europa League and exactly how well we've done in the league. Can we get Champions League football? It's time to find out right now, I guess. I know, very unlike me, but we've come back early. The league campaign, yeah, it's over. So the dream of getting Champions League football through there is impossible now. Possible 9 points left, even if we got them all. 79 points, Rangers on 81. Makes it impossible. I'm out of breath. I just walked up the stairs. That's really bad, isn't it? It's hot up here. Give me a second. I'm catching my breath. How bad is that? Needed a break. I literally just went on my phone for a minute. Anyway, yeah, so league campaign's over. Greg Grant, Turnbull, top goal scorers though. I mean, potential. Turnbull, maybe player of the season. I mean, Gibbs White does have an higher average rating and 14 goals and 8 assists, and they're going to win the league. So, you know, probably going to be him. But Turnbull as a shout. But the reason we came back early, boys and girls, is not to talk about our disappointment in the league. It's to talk about our success in the Europa League, boys and girls. We are in the final and we are versing Liverpool. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's happened. Since the round 16, we have drawn against Monaco, 2-4 win. Toulouse, 5-2 win. Real Sociedad, 3-2 win. And now Liverpool. We have versed some difficult teams on the way. We deserve this final, and we are going there. We are also in the Scottish Cup final as well. Hearts were versing, and Liverpool were versing. We could do a double here, boys and girls. This is an incredible season, regardless of what happens. But Champions League football is the only thing that I really wanted at the start of this year. And Europa League could get us exactly that. So, let's go over the journey, by the way. Since last time we saw each other, obviously simulated a ton of games. But Europa League started off with Monaco. 2-2 draw, 2-0 win. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Next up, Toulouse, 1-0 win. 1-0 loss, away from home. And then a 5-1 win at home. We smashed them. Again, a 2-1 loss, so a 1-goal loss at home. Away from home, 2-0 win at home with a 105th minute winner after going to extra time from Paulo Bernardo. Mate, that is an incredible feat from you. Thank you for doing that. And he has put us into the Europa League final. Oh my gosh, Champions League final would be a whole nother level. But at least we have made sure that we are in third place. We are definitely getting Europa League football again. But we need to beat Liverpool. We want to beat Liverpool. And that is the goal this season. The Scottish Cup, of course, we haven't won either. So that would be a cherry on top. We didn't have to verse any of the big boys, as you can see. It was just green. Oh, actually, let's have a gaze at that too. It was, let's go from the fourth round because you can actually see the tree. Aberdeen, Partick Thistle, Greenock Morton, and then now we're versing Hearts. So, you know, Rangers and Celtic both got beaten by Hearts. So thank you, Hearts. You made it easy for us, and fingers crossed we can beat you in the final. But the Europa League is what we care about. It's a Liverpool side that, by the way, are also in the same situation as us. They're not getting Champions League football through the league. I mean, they have 3 games to go, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. I mean, it's physically possible, but it's not really possible, is it? So they are trying to win it as well. Jurgen Klopp's still at the helm, and some really good players still knocking around that club. Ferguson, Gakpo, Savio, who I believe turns into quite a good player based upon his stats. Tonali, Szoboszlai, then they've got Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Upamecano, and still Alisson in between the sticks. Boys and girls, we're not versing an easy team here. We're versing a top tier English football side. Can we beat them and get the Champions League? Let's find out. Here we are, the Europa League final. Obviously, I'm blurring that final result in the top corner, but we're versing this Liverpool side, and straight off the bat, they come and attack us. Obviously, this has happened in the past, so we're just watching the highlights here, but you can see we are being dominated here. Liverpool have the ball, had some chances, had the shot, and now they're coming again. Tonali has the ball. Savio takes the shot. McKenna makes a fine save. Moving on to the next highlight, unless we see the corner. It's not. I'm telling you right now, it's not a goal, but I guess we're doing real Football Manager stuff then, aren't we? Gakpo actually does hit a very good shot. Nearly goes into the back of the net. But now in the 23rd minute, we can see McKenna play it out to Omobamidele. This could be our first highlight. As Colwell has it, no, he gives it away. Ferguson, that man that we talked about, must be a goated player at this point in time. Plays it into Gakpo. Gets a shot away. McKenna with another fine save. He is getting battered right now. He's making sure we're still in this game. 0-0 as things stand after 24 minutes. Gakpo on the ball, shooting again from range, and McKenna with an even better save this time. Make sure that we stay 0-0 going into the 38th minute. Another corner. Ferguson heads it over the bar. Not a worry, not a worry. No one's even worried about it. 47th minute. Now we're in the second half. Greg Grant plays it back. This could be our first highlight of the game. And is it going to be? McKinstry plays it in. Greg Grant puts it wide of the target, and you would expect him to be scoring that. We know how good Greg Grant is, but he can't do it there for us. 52 minutes gone. Turnbull can't get the header onto it. Sildilia, we have turned on long throws, by the way, this season. It's gotten us a couple of chances, almost gets us a goal there as Sildilia puts it over the bar. Here from a corner, Barisevic, who has come on as a bit of a super sub after being incredible this year, by the way. Puts a ball in. Colwell, Turnbull, McKinstry puts it into the back of the net on the 69th minute, almost on the dot. It comes off Alisson Becker, but it trickles into the goal off the post. And could you pick a better man to do it for us? I don't really know what happened there, but a glitch. But McKinstry puts the ball in the back of the net. Turnbull with the assist, but the game's not over yet. 76th minute, and here is Liverpool on the ball. Ake into Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Tonali. He looks like he has a good chance. He passes it to the wrong player, in my opinion. It goes wide of the target, off Sedilia. Doesn't even really count as a highlight in my eyes. But Szoboszlai puts a ball in. Can he get anyone onto it? He can, but McKenna collects once again. And are we going to be seeing any more highlights? We are. It's Liverpool again attacking us. Upamecano moving it forward. Can he find anyone? Oh my gosh, this is the glitchiest football game I've ever seen in my life because my laptop is on fire. I don't know why my laptop's on fire. I turn it on to silent mode when I record, but it is on fire. But I'm focusing on this game right now. Savio in behind, goes for the shot. It goes in, but he's offside. Thank goodness for that. 88th minute, almost time. Can we get one more opportunity, or is Liverpool going to spoil the party for us, take us to extra time, and make us look like mugs and beat us on penalties? They do have a chance here. Gakpo, but it's a terrible shot. McKenna collects it easily. Sildilia, a long throw. Puts it into the mixer. Is he going to put it into the mixer? He does put it into the mixer. Barisevic can't get onto it. Freeland gets it, goes for the shot. Alisson Becker with a good save. Corner opportunity. It's just time waste. I imagine at this point in time, probably have turned time wasting on. Freeland has it. He's going to put it into the mixer. He's going to get anyone on the ball. Is he going to get anyone a header? Is he going to score? Is he going to do anything? Or are we just going to see the final whistle? It is headed just wide of the target. And Alisson Becker with only a couple of, I can't see how many minutes there is to go because it doesn't show me additional time, but it's 90th minute right now. Tonali's in, he shoots, and McKenna makes another incredible save, stopping us from going down to 1-1 in this game and going to extra time. They have all the players up, their goalkeeper up, and it is the final whistle, and it is us winning the Europa League. Arguably undeservedly. 9 shots to their 16, 1 XG to their 1.45. But McKenna coming away with the man of the match performance in that game. 8.0 rating, the highest out of anyone. And mate, we have won the Europa League. Boys and girls, I was so excited when this happened on my trip. I was telling everyone, I was telling my family, and none of them cared, but I was gassed. We're in the Champions League, and of course it is all down to McKinstry, the man that scored the goal to put us in to the Champions League. And the season is not over yet. We're in the Scottish Cup final, of course. These are the subs. These are the players we've used. Liverpool side, look, it's stacked. I don't know how we managed to win it. Of course, it was McKenna. That's how we won it, realistically. But we did go on to win the Scottish Cup final too. 3-0, comfortable win. It's Sears, Colwell, and Sears with the goals to make sure that we do it. Did look touch and go for a wee bit there. 79th minute, we had to bring Sears on to get the job done for us. I think he ended up playing in Cam, because Grant got injured in the Europa League final, so couldn't play in this game. So he came on for Turnbull and did the job. And yeah, I don't think we ever really worried they were going to score, but we were worried that we weren't going to score. But we do now have the season awards, the season end, and the team that... I don't know where I was going with that sentence. I'm going to be level with you. No idea where I was going with that sentence. Top goal scorer was Turnbull in the end for the league, though. 16 goals, same as Yuri Alberto, but played less games than him, so managed to get the award. Freeland, young player of the season, incredible player. Look at his stats, man. He is so good. We managed to get him at an £80 million release clause, so I don't think he's going to be leaving us anytime soon with that amount of money needing to be paid for him. Freeland, again, young player of the season. I'm the manager of the year. Team of the season player is Turnbull in the team of the year. Look at him. He's incredible. He is wanted by some Saudi Arabian clubs, but I have no interest in selling them. Turnbull second in the player of the season, and again player of the season from the players, I guess. Yeah, second again. So real good competition for our best player this year in our season review, because I am, for the first time now, actually going to show you a season review, boys and girls. It's going to simulate, it's going to go to this day, because I remember I saved it specifically so that we could watch the season review together and go over our Europa League win. Look, season review, it's coming. My laptop's on fire, so it's probably taking a little bit longer than it needs to. Look at it! New arrivals, lots of new arrivals this season, but Turnbull being considered the best of the bunch. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I actually do think, when I simulated it, I'm being dead serious. I actually think they picked someone else for the signing of the season. I'm actually serious. I think they did. I think they picked Farrell. I'm actually pretty certain they picked Farrell. So that's weird, but okay. Apparently you can get a different player of the season, signing of the season, sorry, if you save it the day before, and then, okay, anyway. Great result, great stuff. Colwell, great signing, £28 million. Greg Grant, A+, yeah, incredible signing. Farrell, Sildilia, Sears, McQueen, even Thomas, who's retiring at the end of the season. Good cover, a decent player, not paying him too much either, so, you know, can't complain. Third place in the league, but we care about the Europa League. First place, and boys and girls, we deserved it. Beating Liverpool the hard way. Scottish Cup again. Don't know if we deserve this one. I think Hearts probably deserved it, but we'll take it. And Viaplay runner-up. Would have been nice to get a treble of sorts, but the biggest win was a 9-0 win. Match to remember was a 2-3 win in the Viaplay Cup, and the goal of the season comes for Turnbull. And now you can see what it does to us by not having Champions League football. It is broadcast revenue down, corporate and hospitality down, prize money halved, over halved, and match day and commercial retail about the same, to be honest. Turnbull, Grant, Stamenic, McKinstry and Paolo Bernardo getting top shirt sales. Stamenic, I'm very surprised by, because he didn't even start most games. It was actually Owen, but for some reason Stamenic is playing better and gets into the how we lined up this season. I guess that's kind of how I do it, but McKinstry needs to be in that right wing spot after scoring the goal to win us the Europa League. But aside from that, probably about right. Colwell, of course, would like to be in that centre-back spot too, but hasn't been here for that long, so I can understand it. Turnbull, fans player of the season, young player of the season, Freeland, signing of the season, Turnbull, goal of the season, Turnbull, most assists, Turnbull, most player of the match awards, Freeland, and highest average rating, Turnbull. I don't care about that bottom one because it's always stupid. History in the making. We did incredible. We did well. We are in Champions League football next year, and we are back to actually showing games next season in the next episode, because I'm back from my trip. I've obviously recorded this all now that I got home. So let's have a look at our timeline. We're Grieve, he was a big one. Clark Harris scoring goals. I guess at some point in there we got through to the next level. Viaplay Cup, we won it. We were the winners. I remember that. What else? Karamoko, Northern Cuffy. I mean, okay, £9.5 million. All right then. Yeah, 200 games, manager of the year, best of the best, big money moves. 44. What? I'm very confused by this manager timeline. This is not the best going through it. Greg Grant, there we see at the end. Europa League triumph. That's all we care about. Scottish League Cup triumph. Yep, done. End of season. This is our best 11. And next year, they want us to be competitive in the Champions League and win the Premiership. So, big expectations next year. Good thing I'm recording it like I normally would. So, that is the end of it. We won against Liverpool. We are a good team. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you all later.